Are you frustrated by that feeling of your own legs betraying you? That nagging worry in the back of your mind every time you approach a staircase, a long walk in the park, or even just getting up from your favorite armchair? You're not just imagining it, and you are certainly not alone. A shocking number of adults over the age of 60 will face a dramatic decrease in leg strength, a condition that silently steals your independence and your confidence. But what if I told you that for many, this isn't an inevitable part of aging, but rather a nutritional deficiency that can be corrected, often with surprising speed? This isn't about grueling workouts or miracle cures. This is about giving your body the essential building blocks it has been screaming for. We're going to dive deep into three specific vitamins that your leg muscles are desperately craving. Pay close attention because the third one is almost always overlooked, even by well meaning health professionals, and it might just be the missing piece of the puzzle you've been searching for. The journey to reclaiming your strength and stability starts right now, and the real secret I'm about to share at the 2 minute mark could fundamentally change the way you think about aging. Don't you dare skip ahead, because missing even a small part of this could mean the difference between strong, confident strides and a future of hesitation and fear. Comment ready down below if you've ever felt that twinge of uncertainty in your legs and you're ready to do something about it. Problem exposition, 30%. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, sarcopenia. It's a fancy medical term, but it boils down to something very simple and very real: age-related muscle loss. Starting as early as our 30s, we can begin to lose up to 3 to 5% of our muscle mass per decade, and this process accelerates significantly after the age of 60. Think about that for a moment. It's not a sudden event, but a slow, insidious creep that one day leaves you wondering why you can't lift the groceries with the same ease, or why a leisurely stroll now feels like a marathon. This is the root of that frustrating leg weakness, that unsteadiness that makes you second guess your every move. It's the reason why a simple stumble can turn into a life altering fall. We often chalk it up to just getting older, a vague and unhelpful diagnosis that offers no hope and no solution. But here's the twist you haven't been told. Sarcopenia isn't just about inactive muscles, it's about undernourished muscles. Your body is a complex engine, and your muscles are high performance parts. As we age, our body's ability to absorb and utilize nutrients from food can decline. This means that even if you're eating what you believe to be a healthy diet, you could be unknowingly starving your muscles of the very compounds they need to repair, rebuild, and remain strong. You might be meticulously avoiding junk food and eating your vegetables, yet your legs are still getting weaker. Why? Because the problem isn't just about what you're avoiding, but what you're critically missing. Most people try to solve this with simple exercises like walking, which is fantastic for your heart, but it won't single handedly reverse significant muscle loss without the right nutritional fuel. It's like trying to build a brick wall without any mortar. You can have the best bricks in the world, but without the substance to hold them together, the wall will crumble. Wait until you see what happens when you finally give your body the mortar it's been missing. We're about to expose the common deficiencies that are secretly sabotaging your strength. The first vitamin we're going to discuss is so crucial that without it, your muscles simply cannot function properly no matter how much you exercise. I'll explain exactly what it is and how to get it right after this. Most people miss step number one in this process, and I'll explain why it's so fundamental to your success. The reality is that our modern food supply, even the healthy parts, can be deceptively low in certain key micronutrients. Decades of soil depletion and modern farming practices mean that the apple you eat today might not have the same nutritional profile as the apple your grandparents ate. So you're fighting an uphill battle from the start. Your body's decreased absorption efficiency, combined with a potential decrease in nutrient density in your food, creates a perfect storm for muscle weakness. This is the core of the problem we're tackling today. It's not about a lack of effort on your part, it's about a lack of specific, targeted nutritional support. You've been led to believe that feeling weaker is a non negotiable part of the aging process, a one-way street to frailty. That is a myth we are going to bust wide open. The solutions we are about to discuss are not about adding a dozen different pills to your daily routine. This is about strategic supplementation and dietary choices that deliver a powerful, targeted impact. This is where we shift from a passive acceptance of aging to an active, empowered approach to your health and vitality. You're not just building stronger legs, you're building a more resilient, more independent future for yourself. Try this simple test right now. Stand up from your chair without using your hands. If you struggle even slightly, that is a clear sign that your leg muscles are not getting the support they need. This isn't to discourage you, but to give you a baseline, a starting point from which you are going to see incredible improvement. But here's the kicker that most people don't realize. The weakness isn't just in the muscle fibers themselves, it's also in the nerve signals that control them. Imagine a light switch connected to a powerful spotlight. If the wiring is frayed or the electrical current is weak, the spotlight will flicker and dim no matter how powerful the bulb is. We're going to fix the wiring and boost the power, and the first step is to flood your system with the one vitamin that acts as the master conductor for muscle health. Solution delivery: 70% vitamin number one, vitamin D. The first crucial vitamin, the absolute foundation for rebuilding your leg strength, is vitamin D. Now, you've probably heard of vitamin D in the context of bone health, and that's absolutely true. It's essential for calcium absorption, which keeps your skeletal frame strong. But what is often completely overlooked is its direct and profound impact on muscle function. Think of vitamin D as the foreman on a construction site. It doesn't just deliver the raw materials like calcium, it actively directs the muscle cells, telling them how to grow, contract, and repair themselves. Without an adequate supply of vitamin D, your muscle tissue simply cannot synthesize protein effectively. This means that even if you're consuming enough protein, your body can't use it to build and maintain muscle mass. The result? The slow, steady decline in strength that we call sarcopenia. The shocking statistic is that it's estimated that up to 1 billion people worldwide have a vitamin D deficiency, with older adults being at a significantly higher risk. Our ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight, our primary source, diminishes as we age. Furthermore, we tend to spend more time indoors, further compounding the problem. But here's the twist. Simply popping a random vitamin D supplement from the grocery store might not be enough. The form and dosage are critical. You need to ensure you're taking vitamin D3 or cholecalciferol, which is the form your body produces naturally from sunlight and is more readily absorbed and utilized than its counterpart, vitamin D2. Now, you can certainly get some vitamin D from foods like fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, fortified milk, and egg yolks. These are excellent additions to your diet. For instance, a single serving of salmon can provide a substantial portion of your daily needs. But let's compare these options. To reach a therapeutic level that will actively help rebuild weakened muscles, especially if you're already deficient, relying solely on food and limited sun exposure can be a very slow and often ineffective process. This is where strategic supplementation comes into play as a more direct and reliable method. I want you to try something right now. Think about how much direct sunlight you've gotten in the last week, where a significant portion of your skin was exposed without sunscreen. If the answer is not much, you are almost certainly not getting enough vitamin D. Wait until you see what happened in a clinical study involving older adults with muscle weakness. When they were given an adequate daily dose of vitamin D3, they saw significant improvements in muscle strength, balance, and a reduction in falls in just a few months. The change was not just marginal, it was life-altering for many of the participants. The real secret to making vitamin D work, however, comes with its essential partner. Taking vitamin D alone is only half the battle, and this is the mistake most people make. I'll explain what this partner is and why it's a non-negotiable part of this strength-building equation in just a moment. Don't skip ahead. The game-changing tip that amplifies the effect of vitamin D comes at the 5-minute mark, and it's something your doctor might not have mentioned. Vitamin number 2, magnesium. If vitamin D is the foreman on the construction site, then magnesium is the entire electrical system that powers all the tools. It is involved in over 300 essential biochemical reactions in the body, and a huge number of those are directly related to muscle function and energy production. Here's the critical connection that most people miss. Your body cannot convert the vitamin D you consume from sun, food, or supplements into its active form without sufficient magnesium. You could be taking high doses of vitamin D, but if your magnesium levels are low, that vitamin D is just floating around in your system, unable to do its job. It's like having a key to a car, but the car has no battery. The key is useless. This is why some people take vitamin D supplements and report feeling no different. It's not because the vitamin D doesn't work, it's because they're missing its essential cofactor. Magnesium is the spark that turns the key. It plays a pivotal role in muscle contraction and relaxation. Every time you take a step, clench a muscle, or even just stand up, magnesium is there, managing the flow of electrolytes like calcium and potassium in and out of your muscle cells. When you're deficient in magnesium, your muscles can't fully relax. This can lead to cramps, tightness, and a general feeling of weakness and fatigue. Does that sound familiar? Comment yes below if you've experienced those frustrating leg cramps at night. That's often a direct signal from your body that your magnesium stores are critically low. So, where do we get it? Excellent dietary sources of magnesium include leafy green vegetables like spinach, nuts, and seeds, especially almonds and pumpkin seeds, avocados, and dark chocolate. Option A is to meticulously plan your diet to include several servings of these foods every single day. This is a fantastic whole food approach. Option B, which is often more practical for ensuring you're getting a consistent therapeutic dose, is supplementation. The comparison here is about consistency and potency. While a diet rich in these foods is the goal, a good quality magnesium supplement, like magnesium glycinate or citrate, which are highly absorbable, can bridge the gap and ensure your levels are optimal, especially in the beginning stages of rebuilding your strength. Here's a troubleshooting tip. If you've ever taken a magnesium supplement and experienced digestive upset, it was likely magnesium oxide, which is a cheaper, less bioavailable form. Switching to magnesium glycinate is often much easier on the stomach and far more effective. But here's the next piece of the puzzle you need to know. We've talked about the foreman, vitamin D, and the power grid, magnesium. Now we need to talk about the communication network, the nervous system that tells the muscles what to do and when to do it. The third vitamin on our list is the one that fine tunes this communication, ensuring that the signals from your brain to your legs are fast, clear, and strong. Without it, you can have all the power and building blocks in the world, but the instructions get lost in translation, leading to hesitation, poor coordination, and that terrifying feeling of instability. And this next vitamin is the game changer that ties everything together. Most people completely miss step number 3 in fortifying their legs, and I'll explain why it's so critical right now. Vitamin D3, vitamin B12. The final piece of our leg strengthening trio, and arguably the one most frequently overlooked in cases of muscle weakness, is vitamin B12. We often associate B12 with energy levels and brain fog, and while it's crucial for those, its role in our neuromuscular system is absolutely paramount. Think of vitamin B12 as the insulation around the electrical wires of your body, which are your nerves. This insulation is called the myelin sheath, and it's responsible for ensuring that the electrical impulses from your brain travel down your spinal cord and out to your leg muscles quickly and efficiently. When you have a B12 deficiency, this myelin sheath begins to degrade. The wires become exposed and the signals become weak, scattered, or slowed down. This can manifest as that frustrating weakness in your legs, but also as numbness, tingling, or a pins and needles sensation. You might find your balance is off or that your legs just don't seem to respond as quickly as you want them to. This isn't just a muscle problem, it's a nerve communication problem. The real secret about B12 comes at this critical point. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 from our food plummets. This is because we require something called intrinsic factor, a substance produced in our stomach to absorb B12 in our intestines. Stomach acid levels and intrinsic factor production both tend to decline significantly after age 60. This means you could be eating a diet rich in B12, found primarily in animal products like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy, yet be severely deficient because your digestive system can no longer effectively extract it. This is why a simple blood test for B12 levels is one of the first things a savvy doctor should check for in an older adult complaining of weakness or balance issues. Here's a powerful case study. A 72-year-old woman named Margaret was experiencing profound leg weakness and had several falls. Her diet was reasonably healthy, and she was even taking a general multivitamin. Her doctors were considering a neurological disorder, but a last minute blood test revealed a severe vitamin B12 deficiency. After a course of high dose B12 injections, bypassing her compromised digestive system, her strength, balance, and confidence returned in a matter of weeks. The neurological disorder was simply a profound nutritional deficiency. Now, you don't necessarily need injections. For many, a sublingual, under the tongue, vitamin B12 supplement can be highly effective because it gets absorbed directly into the bloodstream, bypassing the digestive system entirely. Compare this method, sublingual B12, to a standard oral capsule. For an older adult, the sublingual form is vastly superior due to the absorption issues we just discussed. If X happens, you experience that tingling or a noticeable decline in balance. Doing Y, getting your B12 levels checked immediately, is not just a suggestion, it should be a priority. These three vitamins, D3, magnesium, and B12, don't just work in isolation. They create a powerful synergy that addresses muscle weakness from every angle. Vitamin D manages muscle cell growth, magnesium powers the entire energy and contraction process, and B12 ensures the command and control signals are firing perfectly. It's a holistic approach to rebuilding your strength from the inside out. Synergy and action plan. So, how do we bring all of this together into a simple, actionable plan? It's not about overwhelming yourself with a dozen different bottles. It's about a strategic, three-pronged nutritional assault on muscle weakness. First, understand that these vitamins work as a team. Vitamin D's absorption and activation are dependent on magnesium. B12's work on the nervous system allows the muscles, which are being properly fueled by D and magnesium, to receive clear commands. It's a beautiful biological symphony, and you need all the players in the orchestra. Your action plan starts with a conversation with your doctor. Before beginning any new supplement regimen, it is absolutely essential to get baseline blood tests for vitamin D, specifically a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Magnesium, an RBC magnesium test, is more accurate than a standard serum test, and vitamin B12. This takes the guesswork out of the equation and allows you to supplement intelligently. Based on your results and your doctor's advice, a typical starting protocol might look something like this. Vitamin D3, often in the range of 2,000–5,000 IU daily, preferably taken with a meal that contains healthy fats to enhance absorption. Magnesium, typically 200–400 milliliters per day of a highly absorbable form like magnesium glycinate or citrate, often taken in the evening as it can also promote restful sleep, which is when your muscles do most of their repairing. And finally, vitamin B12, often in a dose of 1,000 mg/cg per day of a sublingual methylcobalamin form, which is the active and more readily usable version. But this isn't just about pills. You must simultaneously focus on incorporating food sources of these nutrients. Make it a goal to have a serving of fatty fish twice a week, a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds as a daily snack, and ensure you're consuming high-quality protein with your meals. Remember, these vitamins are the mortar and the power grid, but protein is the bricks. Without adequate protein, your muscles simply have nothing to rebuild with. Try this now and see what happens. For the next week, consciously add one magnesium-rich food and one vitamin D-rich food to your daily diet. Just this small micro solution can start to shift your body's chemistry in the right direction, and you might be surprised by how quickly you start to feel a little more energetic and stable. This plan isn't a magic bullet that works overnight, but it is a fundamental strategy that addresses the root cause of the weakness so many people over 60 experience. It's about providing your body with the tools it has been deprived of for far too long. The consistency of this approach is what will deliver the powerful, lasting results you're looking for, restoring not just your physical strength, but your freedom and confidence as well. We have journeyed deep into the nutritional science behind leg weakness, moving far beyond the simplistic and disempowering notion that it's just a part of getting older. We've exposed sarcopenia not as an inevitable fate, but as a condition often rooted in critical nutrient deficiencies. You now understand that vitamin D is the foreman, directing your muscle cells. You've learned that magnesium is the indispensable power grid that fuels every contraction, and that vitamin B12 is the high-speed communication network, ensuring your muscles respond instantly to your every command. It is the powerful synergy of this trio that offers a real, tangible path toward regaining your strength, your balance, and your confidence. This knowledge is your new superpower, but knowledge without action is just trivia. The power lies in consistently applying what you've learned starting today. So, here's what I want you to do right now to make this information stick and to continue your journey to a stronger you. First, click on the video right here on the screen titled 5 Simple Exercises to Activate Your Newly Fueled Leg Muscles. This will give you the perfect physical movements to pair with your new nutritional strategy for even faster results. Second, don't let this invaluable information get lost. Take a moment to hit the save button on this video. Think of it as your personal guide that you can refer back to anytime you need a refresher on the step-by-step breakdown of foods and supplement forms. And finally, the most important step, subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications. In part 2 of this series, which drops next week, I will reveal the one common food group that can actively block your body's ability to absorb these 3 vital nutrients, no matter how much you're taking. You do not want to miss this crucial piece of the puzzle. Thank you for investing this time in yourself. Now go take the first step, both literally and figuratively, towards a stronger, more vibrant future.